Today we'll be looking at three separate distinct bow strokes, the detache, martele, and legato strokes. We've been using some of these strokes in our scales and songs, but now it's time to finally learn what each of these strokes is called and how to make it. Every once in a while we'll refer back to this graphic here, but for now we're going to go ahead and move on to the videos and show you the demonstration for each stroke. Alright, so here's the detache stroke. It is the standard stroke that we use for our pieces. It is a long, smooth stroke with even pressure and bow speed throughout. That's the detache stroke. You've been using it for quite a while now, but now you have a name to go with it. So practice the scales with the detache stroke, and I want you to also practice saying it before you practice it, so you get used to associating the name detache with that specific stroke. Our next stroke is martele, and this is a stroke that is long, and it starts out quickly and ends quickly as well. I've been having you do it mostly as a staccato stroke, but the official name for this stroke is martele. And it looks and sounds like this. And we achieve that by starting it like this, with a slight press in, and then as soon as you move the bow, you release it. And then you stop it immediately. So press in, begin to move, release, stop. And I stop it by pressing in again a little bit. That way it's ready to start the next stroke the same way. So you're pressed in, you start, and then you release. Stop. So practice the martele stroke and practice saying the name for that one as well. We want it to be very different from the detache. The legato stroke is a smooth stroke. It indicates that notes are connected together. You're either going to play in one or several bow strokes. Usually slurs accompany a legato bow stroke. So typically when you see slurs, that is indicating a legato stroke. We maintain even pressure for both notes, and we maintain equal bow lengths for each note as well. So even if you are doing 8 notes, they each have the same amount of bow length. But typically you're going to be doing 2 to 4 notes. That's different from the detache stroke, which would have been, and the martele. So nice and smooth, even bow lengths for everything that you're playing, and even pressure as well. And that's legato stroke. So now you can know the names of the detache stroke and how to do it. You know the martele stroke and how to practice that. And you now know the legato stroke. Next week, we will add on to those with officially learning staccato stroke, not just staccato marking in your music. And we will do an interesting one called the loure, and one that's referred to called the collier. And each of these is very similar to the ones we did today. So next week we'll build on our strokes.